The rain hit the city like it was trying to wash away everything: pain, memory, regret. Traffic hissed past, headlights smeared in the downpour. And there, on the soaked pavement, sat Jason, staring at a face he never thought he'd see again. Emily. His ex. The mother of the daughter he raised alone for 7 silent years. She looked lost, drenched, trembling, and clutching a paper cup like the world had emptied her of everything but that. He hadn't seen her since the day she walked out, and yet, in that moment, her eyes weren't full of pride or anger like he remembered. They were hollow. Red. Frightened. And for the first time since she left, Jason didn't feel bitterness. He felt something else, something heavier, more human. He felt her pain before she even spoke a word. Before we dive into this emotional story, take a moment to subscribe, like, and comment if stories of kindness move you. Your support helps our channel, Kindness Lights, continue sharing real, heartfelt lessons that remind us who we are and who we can be. Jason had just finished his late shift and was cutting across Main Street when he saw her. At first, she was just another person seeking shelter under a broken awning. But then she lifted her face, and all those old memories hit him like the rain hitting the blacktop. He almost walked past. Almost. 7 years of hurt can build a wall so tall even kindness struggles to climb. But he stopped. "Emily," he asked, voice low, unsure if maybe the rain was playing tricks on him. She looked up slowly. Recognition flickered across her face, followed by shame so heavy it seemed to bend her shoulders downward. "Jason. I didn't expect," she couldn't finish. Her clothes clung to her like they were begging for warmth. She didn't look like the woman who once wore a wedding ring and smiled at everything sunlight touched. She looked worn. She looked like life had kept taking even when there was nothing left to give. He sat beside her, water soaking through his jeans, but he didn't care. "What happened?" he asked softly. Emily swallowed. Her lips trembled. "I messed up," she whispered. "More than you ever knew." Jason stayed quiet, the rain doing the talking for both of them. She continued. "When I left, I thought I'd find happiness. Freedom. Something I thought I deserved. But I ended up with someone who controlled everything. Money. Friends. Me." Jason's jaw tightened, but not in anger, just sorrow. "I didn't call because I was ashamed, and then I couldn't. Every attempt I made," he stopped. "When I finally got away, I had nothing. No car. No clothes. No home." She looked down at her shaking hands. "I've been on the street for 3 weeks." Jason felt something move inside him, something he'd buried after she walked out. He wasn't sure if it was love or duty or simply humanity, but it was strong. "You should have called," he said gently. "I didn't think you'd want to hear from me. Not after what I did. Not after I left you with Lily." At the mention of their daughter, Jason stood. Not in outrage, but in decision. "Come on," he said, holding out his hand. Emily blinked. "Jason, I don't want pity." "It's not pity," he said. "It's kindness. And maybe forgiveness. I can't separate the two anymore." She hesitated, but then her fingers curled into his palm. He pulled her to her feet. She was shaking and cold, so he wrapped his jacket around her shoulders. They walked in silence to his truck, the headlights cutting through the storm. When they reached his home, Emily froze at the door. "Is she here?" Jason nodded. "She's asleep. She doesn't know anything. I never wanted her to think you were a villain or a ghost." Emily's eyes spilled tears she'd been saving for years. "Thank you." Jason heated soup, handed her soft clothes, and gave her space. Not once did he throw blame or throw the past in her face. Not once did he ask her to explain more than she could bear. By morning, the rain had stopped, and sunlight drifted through the curtains like hope dared to return. When Lily woke up, she walked into the living room rubbing her eyes, and froze when she saw the familiar face. Mom, it was one word. One breath. One memory returned to life. Emily knelt, voice cracking. Hi, sweetheart. I missed you. More than I can ever say. Lily didn't understand the adult world, the mistakes, the pain, the brokenness. She only understood one thing: the arms she ran into were hers by birth and by heart. Jason watched as mother and daughter held each other, crying softly. And in that moment, he realized kindness is not weakness. It is courage. The courage to allow healing, even when the past is still tender. Later, when Emily tried to apologize again, Jason simply shook his head. What matters now, he said, is who you choose to be from this moment forward. Pain changes people, but so does kindness. Emily found a small job first, then a better one. She attended therapy. She rebuilt herself slowly, no rushing, no pretending. And Jason, though still cautious, supported her, not as husband and wife returning to what broke, but as two human beings choosing compassion over resentment. Months later, on a calm evening, Emily stood beside Jason at Lily's school event. No rain, no heartbreak, just soft music and a little girl on stage smiling at both her parents again. Thank you, Emily whispered. Jason replied, you don't owe me thanks. You owe yourself a future. She nodded, understanding. Kindness doesn't erase the past, but it can give it a different ending.